The last time every team won the Super Bowl. Okay, let's go. Obviously, we have to start off with what happened a few weeks ago when the Eagles beat the Chiefs 40-22 in Super Bowl 59. Look, I'm a Cowboys fan, but I'm going to be rooting against the Chiefs in every Super Bowl, and I'm happy Jalen Hurts got the job done. I know a lot of people don't like the Eagles, and for some reason they don't like Jalen Hurts. They disrespect Jalen Hurts, but I'm happy the team got the job done. Congrats to the Eagles. Cut to last season when the Chiefs won their second straight Super Bowl 25-22 in overtime against the 49ers. Patrick Mahomes won MVP. This is overall a great game, even though I hated that the Chiefs won the game. But I mean, hey, history is history. They almost three-peated this year, which is so crazy. But yeah, that was Super Bowl 58. I mean, you probably remember it. The last time the Rams won the Super Bowl was 2022 in Super Bowl 56 when they beat the Bengals 23-20. This was a great game, and looking back, it's even better to know that the Rams and Bengals were only there for one time, and it was a sense of parity for a moment. Cooper Kupp led the way, won Super Bowl MVP, finishing one of the greatest single seasons by a receiver of all time. This season will not be forgotten. Last of the Buccaneers won the Super Bowl was in 2021 when they beat the Chiefs 31-9. Tom Brady's first season with the Bucs, his last Super Bowl win, he won Super Bowl MVP, and the Chiefs were looking to go back-to-back with Mahomes just in his third full season starting, but that dream was cut really ridiculously short as the Bucs won 31-9. From one Tom Brady's Super Bowl win to another, as 2019 was the last time the Patriots won the Super Bowl, beating the Rams 13-3 in the lowest scoring game ever. Julian Edelman won MVP. A lot of people do not like this game. People have only watched it one time, and it was when it was live. It's widely regarded as maybe the worst Super Bowl ever. The last time the Broncos won the Super Bowl was Super Bowl 50 in 2016 when the Broncos beat the Panthers 24-10. One of the most hyped up Super Bowls in recent memory. Number one offense led by MVP Cam Newton versus the number one defense. This was also Peyton Manning's last Super Bowl win and his last game, but this game was dominated by Von Miller, who had two crucial fumbles and one Super Bowl MVP. Cut 2 years prior, and the Broncos were actually on the wrong end of the Super Bowl, losing to the Seahawks 43-8. This was the Broncos, the Seahawks' first and only Super Bowl. Yet again, a number one defense versus number one offense matchup, but this time the Seahawks had the number one defense. The last time the Ravens won it all was 2013 when they beat the 49ers 34-31. This game is known for multiple reasons. First off, the Harbaugh Bowl, both Jim and John Harbaugh playing against each other, and then you had the blackout where the Ravens were already winning 28-6. 49ers came back but couldn't prevail, and the Ravens won it all. And of course, R.I.P. Jacoby Jones. The last time the Giants won the Super Bowl was Super Bowl 46 in 2012 when they beat the Patriots yet again 21-17. Eli Manning won MVP, and he continued to be Tom Brady's biggest enemy, his kryptonite. The last time the Packers won it all was 2011 when they beat the Steelers 31-25. Aaron Rodgers won MVP, and it's going to be his first and only Super Bowl win. The last time the Saints won the Super Bowl was 2010 when they beat the Colts 31-17. This is also their only Super Bowl win. Drew Brees won MVP, and this is also his only Super Bowl. And this game was sealed shut when Tracy Porter took it to the house near the end of the game to seal the deal. The last time the Steelers won the Super Bowl was 2009 in Super Bowl 43 when they beat the Cardinals 27-23 on a very, very clutch game-winning touchdown from Big Ben to San Antonio Holmes. One of the best plays, not just in Super Bowl history, but NFL history, and San Antonio Holmes would win Super Bowl MVP. The last time the Colts won the Super Bowl was all the way back in 2007, just a month before I was born, when they beat the Bears 29-17. Peyton Manning's first Super Bowl win with the Colts, and also his only one. This was during a monsoon, a very sloppy game overall, and this game is most known for Devin Hester returning it to the end zone on the very first play of the game. And fun fact, the Colts have played in 4 Super Bowls, and somehow every single one of them have been located in Miami. Just a crazy stat. I don't know how that's possible. We're going to do a big time jump now to 1996, where we have to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. That's the last time they've won the Super Bowl, where they beat the Steelers 27-17. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, and it is absolutely insane to me that it's been almost 30 years since we've last won a Super Bowl. I can't even with this franchise anymore. But I mean, hey, it was a great game. Larry Brown won MVP from 2 interceptions. Jerry, can you please just go away so we can finally experience glory again? Me, I've never, I don't know what winning a Super Bowl is like, or even getting close to one. Please, just, I don't know. I'm tired of it. Thankfully, I am not a 49ers fan though, because the last time they won a Super Bowl was 30 years ago, all the way back in 1995 when they beat the Chargers 49-26. Fun fact, this was the highest, or it still is, the highest scoring Super Bowl in NFL history. Steve Young won Super Bowl MVP, throwing for 5 touchdowns, and Jerry Rice wins another Super Bowl. And you know what? Even though the Cowboys have never come close to the Super Bowl, at least I don't have to experience the pain of 3 more Super Bowl losses. I am sorry, 49ers fans. Cut back to 1992, and that's the last time the Commanders won the Super Bowl, beating the Bills 37-24. And even though it's been a long time, it does look good for Commanders fans right now. They just made the NFC Championship, and even though they got blown out, it is a sign of a bright future for Commanders fans. As long as y'all have Jaden Daniels, who I know he's old for a rookie, it looks good for y'all. I'm not gonna lie. The last time the Bears won the Super Bowl was Super Bowl 20 in 1986. This is also the only time they've won the Super Bowl, and in that game they beat the Patriots 46-10. Fun fact, this is also the last time a Super Bowl took place where it was both teams' first time making the Super Bowl. But anyway, this was a phenomenal Bears team, one of the best teams of all time, the 1985 Bears, and the MVP of this game was Richard Dent. The last time the Raiders won the Super Bowl was all the way back in 1984 in Super Bowl 18. That's 40 years ago. That's insane. But anyway, the last time they won the Super Bowl was, again, 1984, and they beat the Redskins 38-9. Marcus Allen won MVP. This was their 3rd Super Bowl win, and this game is most iconic for Marcus Allen having maybe the craziest run in Super Bowl history, which is pictured right here. Obviously, I can't show you the video because I'm going to get copyrighted, but if you want to go check it out, go watch it yourself. That sounded really rude, but yeah, no, that's an insane highlight. The last time the Dolphins won the Super Bowl was all the way back in 1974, which would have been Super Bowl 8, and they beat the Vikings 24-7, Larry Zonka winning MVP. Here's a fun fact, I know this isn't about the Dolphins, but the Vikings played in 4 Super Bowls, from Super Bowl 4 to Super Bowl 12, and they lost by an average of 15 points. That's not good at all, but the Dolphins were super dominant during this time, completing back-to-back Super Bowl victories. So, even though it's been a long time, I guess they have those 2. I don't really know what's doing. I'm just trying to drag on the time. And then to end us off with our last team, the New York Jets. Their last Super Bowl win was Super Bowl 3 in 1969. That's absolutely insane. But they beat the Colts 16-7 in that game. In case you're confused, like, why did they play each other? They're in the same conference. Back in the day, the Colts were in the NFL, the Jets were in the AFL before they merged. The Colts had to be put in the AFC. Crazy long story that I don't really have the time to explain for, but Joe Namath won MVP, and the Jets, ever since this game, have been cursed. That's it for this video. Let me know who you think is going to win Super Bowl 59. That's all I gotta say. Jesus loves you, and goodbye.